Hello everyone, and welcome back to more for the 2023 Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium, Rise of X and Immortality expansions. I'm your host and commentator, the BlackShadow, and this game is the final game that was played on Super Saturday, with 4 quarterfinal matches all being played on the same day. Now, to make it level with you, this one's actually not being done live. After 3 matches, I was absolutely exhausted, and there was no way that I could cover a 4th game live. So it was agreed along with the table that I would get my software to record the game, and as such, it's a couple days later, and I'm now sitting here to cover this. I do not know what's happened in the game. I've not seen any of it. I have no idea what progress has been made in regards to that. So we're going to be watching it as we see it and providing the commentary review a couple of days later, but it should still be pretty good. Here's a look at the stage of the tournament where we're at here with 8 games played, 6 more to be done. This is going to be quarterfinal M with TheGreedyGgrill, Elessar, Lynx, and Jocke. But we've got more games being played. Quarterfinal G was then played the following day, but I couldn't make it, which is a real shame. I really wanted to make that quarterfinal, but again, I was absolutely exhausted, so it's the way it goes sometimes. But this should be a real fun, especially with Elessar as well. I've gotten to meet a couple of times now in North Carolina, and very, very strong player, lovely guy as well. So I think he'll be fancying himself in this, but I'm probably getting a bit ahead of myself here. Quick reminder of the format that all match winners from this round will make their way through to the semi-finals, as well as the top 2 scoring second places. Being a total of 16 seats up for grabs, they'll play a match there. The winners of those will go through to our grand finals, and the second places will go through to our runner-up playoff for cash prizes. So let's have a look at our players for today, and we'll start off with TheGreedyGgrill, who came through as top finisher from Group P. Very impressive record, 3 wins and a second place, dominating proceedings here in the group. And some solid players here as well, Varlin, Federico, Kirby as well, to name a few, making this a very impressive performance. Greedy's only second place came through in week 5/6, playing as Viscount Hundro, losing to week with Memnon of all people. Pretty crazy game for that, but other than that, was pretty dominant throughout, winning opening games with Beast Raban and Count Ilban, and then winning in the midsection with Memnon and 14 victory points against Count Ilban, Tessia Vernis, and Baron Harkonnen. Pretty insane stuff. It means that they have one of the best records in the entire group stages of the tournament. And even if you take in the fact that they're second place, they still scored 10 victory points. So very consistent scorers, very solid players. I have played against Grill a few times here and there, and very, very dangerously. Then again, yeah, just always, because you never really see Grill finish a game at like sort of 5 or 6 victory points. Always consistently challenging for sort of like those top couple of spots, and just constantly nagging away at you, which can be kind of irritating in a way to play against, definitely keeping you on your toes. So I think Greedy would definitely be fancying coming into this, making their way through to our semi-finals. But man, is there some competition in this one. Next up, we've got Elessar, who came through as second place for Group A. Elessar has always been a very strong player. He's been around the Dune Imperium community for quite a while, and for those that are unaware, we have a massive expanded FAQ with all sorts of rulings being made by developers and through various bits and pieces of the course of time. Elessar runs all of that. He's got his own section, effectively, on the Hidden Assets Discord, covering that. He's got his own desk there. So it does a lot of work for the community, and we're very, very much appreciative of that. It also helps that they're actually really good at this game as well. And again, while they've always been, I think, very, very solid, I do feel like in the past sort of a few months or so, and especially as well with coming into Uprising, I just feel like they've just stepped up their game a little bit here. Ultimately not winning the group, admittedly, coming second to Commander Toast, but, you know, when someone wins 3 games, it's pretty hard to come beyond that. But still very, very strong showing with 2 wins and 2 second places. I do think that Elessar can trend a little bit towards deck building strategies a little bit, and he's always very mindful of trying to craft like a strong deck, never forgets about it. But he's also prepared if he needs to go faction heavy, he will do that. If he needs to go boots on the ground, he'll do that as well. He's more than happy to change up his general strategy as to what is required. I think that's one of his real strengths, a really, really good all-rounder, and I got to play against Elessar a couple of times in North Carolina invitational events. You know, really, really strong. strong. Always tough to beat in these sort of competitions. I think really thrives in these kind of knockout situations. I think it's kind of what he lives for, just like the the pressure. I think if he deals with it incredibly well. So Elessar is going to be my favorite to go through to the semi-finals here, but again, it's going to be a real stiff competition. I think this could be one of the closest games possibly of the entire round. Lynx, also known as Declan Durand, came through second place in Group H. Pretty good going. Themselves and Tomas pretty safely locked up the top 2 spots, but not without some grave competition like Harry Cheng, Lannister, Grizzle, and co. Very tough group. This one of the hardest groups in the entire tournament, really. So securing a couple of wins in week 3 with Princess Yuna against the likes of Lannister, and winning week 2 as well. Yuna again beating Tamaz. Really strong stuff. It's a bit of a shame it kind of came apart towards the end though. Week 5, third place of El Memnon, losing to Grizzlepuff, and then week 6, second place to It's Luca, meaning they were in grave danger of being overtaken potentially by the opposition, but having done enough work early on to secure that top 2 spot and get their way through directly to the quarterfinals. Personally, I've not played against Lynx a whole ton, so I'm not particularly familiar with their game. My understanding is they're obviously very solid. To get through second place in this group is definitely pretty good going here. But again, I'm not too familiar with them. Going off the back of their results, though, again, very decent average points rating. Very tough group. It is worth noting that they definitely tend to have a preference for playing leaders that are big resource generators. Again, winning twice with Yuna, playing Memnon, playing Raban, all who have resource advantages, is definitely noted. So you won't see him, I don't think, picking a lot of leaders like, say, like Helena Chess, or maybe like an Elessar or something like that. They want to have resources, they want to run economy, and they want to use that as leverage over their opponents. So we'll see if they follow a similar strategy with this one. If so, I think they'll fancy their chances here. But they might not be coming to this one as favourite. Possibly slight underdogs. We'll see how we go. And lastly, we have Jocke, who is one of only 3 or 4 players in this entire quarterfinals that made their way through both rounds of knockouts. They came through a 5th place finisher in Group N, a 3-way points tiebreak for the position, losing out narrowly on average points, meant that Jocke had to go the entire distance. They actually won the opening game of the group, 13 victory points playing as Tessia Vernius, but unfortunately wasn't able to follow it up. A disappointing 4th place finish in week 3 with Viscount Hundro, losing kind of narrowly, but narrowly he did. And then week 4, 3rd place Count Ilban, and week 6, 3rd place again with Archduke Armand, meant that they had to scrap their way through into the qualifiers. And even then, they've had to really fight tooth and nail to try and get through. Both rounds, not able to win their game, but finishing as one of the highest scoring second places. That is the form we do have here. It does mean that Jocke has booked himself to the quarterfinals, but we're now at a point where second place is just not realistically going to be good enough here. In a format like this, you pretty much almost always are going to have to basically play for the win. Trying to play for second place, very difficult to... You can't play for it specifically. I think they will be a little bit annoyed and frustrated that they've come second place twice and they've not quite managed to find their way through. However, I'm kind of curious to see how this one's going to go. Eventually, they're going to need to find a more decisive result here. They can't just keep going through like this. Again, this is a real tough one, though. So he's either going to make it through, I suspect, or it could well all come apart, sadly, for Jocke. He's had a good run, done well to make the quarterfinals, but this might be where the journey comes to an end. Alright everyone, so here we are at the footage. So unfortunately, they didn't put me in Black Seat immediately, and also for the first 10-15 minutes of this game, there's no scoreboard on the top right, but it will be sorted out a little bit later on. I do recall this. So we're going to have a look at the opening row in text here and see what's going on. So we'll pause the footage just for a moment. So I can't zoom in particularly well here, unfortunately, so you're going to have to trust me here. So opening row for this. So with Jocke picking first and Elessar in the first, let's look at the opening row and text. And we've got both Face Dancer and Face Dancer Initiate in the opening row. It's always very interesting, I think, when that happens. Both are really useful faction access cards. They're great enablers of experimentations outside of hitting either shipping or mining spaces. I think both of them are some of my preferred tactical cards going. Also, both of them reasonably cheap as well. So I think they're just very solid additions to your deck. Imperium row is pretty fun, though. A couple of all right cards. Quartermaster with great grafting, with like dancers, looks really good. And Corrupt Smuggler as well. Both of them graft really nicely. And then you've got Replacement Eyes. This is the city access that lets you trash a card for a card. And if you trash Replacement Eyes, you get a Talaxu Beetle bump, which is always really strong. 5 coster. Pit of Rees for 5 cost. 3 Persuasion the Sword on reveal. And Intrigue on playing really strong. And then you have Gurney Halleck, one of the strongest cards of the entire game. Only city access, 6 cost, but 2 troops and the card draw and the reveal of 2 Persuasion and 3 for 2 troops. You can deploy incredibly powerful card, and people will be going for that. I wouldn't be surprised to see if there's a Helena available going for that. Gurney Halleck is like one of Helena's richesses, one of her best cards in the entire game. Absolutely insane. As for the techs here, they're pretty good as well. Spy Satellite is the one you pay 4 spice for, and you get guaranteed friendship points with all factions, so you don't have to necessarily visit them. You can also trash it for 3 spice for a victory point as well. Flagships for 8 spice are the one you pay for Solari to get 3 troops. You can put those in combat, really strong mid to late game. Shuttle Fleet's also really popular as well. 6 spice, you get 2 bumps with factions of your choice and 2 Solari on every new round. So very, very desirable techs here. I imagine we'll see players going for them heavily. So here's the leaders that were chosen, and we have a bit of meta here. Jocke in 4th position with Count Ilban, looks pretty solid. 3rd position, Lynx with the Beast, looks pretty good for him as well. But then the fun, Helena is taken by Elessar, so I suspect we'll be targeting the likes of Gurney Halleck and such. Lots of city access there, so it's not a bad road for her. Although Helena historically in Ixima as of late has been not very well, like, not particularly good in results-wise, and in first seat as well has been incredibly poor, so is battling a lot of odds there. And then Romba Vernius in 2nd seat. We don't get to see what leaders weren't picked, unfortunately. I don't have control of the camera here. And that is probably good news for Helena and Ilban, because Romba and Beast are going to be beating the absolute tar out of each other here in this game. So a real opportunity. Those two could just go heavily at odds here and just absolutely annihilate each other, and it's for the other two to take advantage. So let's get the game underway here. Unfortunately, you're going to have this camera for the first 10 minutes or so. Nothing I can do about that. Again, I was away from the computer, but I wanted to make sure I was at least recording this so I could come back and recover this later on. But in about 10 minutes, I do come back and I do set everything up correctly. So we just got to make do with this camera for the moment. Again, apologies, but I didn't want to miss this. So, opening conflict is going to be the Solari Influence Skirmish, one of the most desirable in the entire game, probably the best one in the entire game here. Let's look at opening decks here. Helena with Ring, but no faction access. Romba with a faction and double daggers. Beast with faction and 1 dagger, and only the ring and double daggers for Ilban here. So some very challenging opening draws here. No one's going to be excessively happy. I guess Romba won't feel too bad about it, however. So early experimentation for Elessar makes sense, pretty standard. Now, will Romba go early shipping? He does. Yeah, this is all pretty standard meta here. Round second position goes shipping. So Beast with the first choice here. Still Suits Hardy Warriors both look good. You don't have your ring, which is a little bit uncomfortable. But he's going to back himself here with Still Suits. Getting the water. We might well see Beast looking to, on this combat, especially this combat as well, you can very easily go Still Suits, Great Flat, Conspire, Swordmaster round 2, and basically no one can stop you from doing it. Very, very strong. Very, very dependable. Ilban's probably going to go to either Arrakis or Savfk with his ring. He's going to look to try and take this one down. Arrakis for the card draw looks pretty good. He's got both his daggers behind as well, so I expect him to go pretty aggressive here. He does pull Seek Allies. He pulls Faction Access. Huge draw for him. So I suspect we might well see all 3 cards, all 3 troops going in here. I think you should put in at least 2. I think if you don't, you might as well just put in all 3. And the idea being you want to get to either Wealth or Secrets next round. Only putting in 2 is interesting, though. I mean, I guess you're wary of Hardy Warriors, I suppose. But there's been some interesting early moves taken. Helena is going to have to Signet Ring to Savfk. She's got 4 Persuasion, +1 for 5, so I guess she's going to probably take Piter, maybe Replacement Eyes. Cannot get Gurney Halleck, unfortunately. Pulls Tactician. Huge card to pull here, so she's going to get involved here for some money. Going after Replacement Eyes. I think Piter I prefer. Pite's just so good. Free Persuasion reveal, it's just so amazing. The Replacement Eyes is also really good too, so we'll put Piter aside. Leet Kynes turns up. Oh my goodness me. No one's got any Persuasion, however. No one can get any of these cards. Huge result for Helena. Romba might as well go to Imperial Base and get some spice together. Looks good to me. It's going to put 2 troops in as well, those double daggers here. So just to see if Elessar is going to have to spend Tactician for some rewards here. Beast continuing the journey. Beast is going to have to put in more troops here. He needs to get some cash out, so he's going to put them all in. I think Elessar is going to have to use Tactician here. I really do. And Ilban's got an interesting spot here. If he wants to deploy more, it's Hardy Warriors, and he could definitely take the conflict, but how much do you put in here? You're going to have to put in at least one more troop, maybe both of them. But then you're very kind of light on resources. Also, all your council access is in hand here. So unless you redraw it, how you get into Mentat next round? Might just go secrets or wealth potentially. But I think he's going to get drawn into this, and he is indeed. It's too much to fight for. Hardy Warriors it is, so it's 2 troops for me, minimum. 1 is very, very asking for trouble. I think you've got to put in both troops and just make certain of it. And does. So, Elessar with 4 persuasion will take Piter. Also has 2 specimens. Should grab a face dancer of some description here. I think you should grab the one that draws as well. Just get it done and dusted. This could be such a good card for you in the long run. And it is that and Piter for round 1 acquisitions. Very good. Into the tanks, the next Thraxu card. Not particularly desirable. Double daggers for TheGreedyGgrill here. Might not be worth anything, which is insane. Interesting choice here for Elessar. Elessar could put the swords in here, but he's only going to tie. Does Elessar retreat his troops? I don't know what he's going to do here. Liaison for Romba. Liaison for Beast. Ilban with the double dagger is going to take this down here. Free Persuasion. It's kind of tough. I would love to get Quartermaster, but you can't really get it without getting, like, the graft access. It's not that good outside of it. Do you just rip the row and gamble? There's so many strong cards out there. Or you just go for a liaison yourself. I wouldn't hate ripping it because no one else is revealing behind you. It's a punt, but with Gurney and Leet Kynes out there and Replacement Eyes, it's really scary. I wouldn't hate ripping it and trying to pull like a decent 2 or 3 coster, but just as a liaison as well. So Helene's going to feel pretty happy. What do you do with Tactician? Do you use the swords and take 2 coins, or do you retreat? He does neither. Wow. So it's going to look like he doesn't have a combat intrigue. Maybe he's going to play for that in round 2, hoping for a big combat to target like Terrible Purpose. And now the double daggers kick in here, so this is going to be most interesting. Romba's just going to go shipping. He's made that very clear here. So as long as Beast can get a troop in, which he will do, Conspire, Swordmaster. But how's he going to get hold of any troops in here? Interesting. Might have to go Tech Negotiation. Look to reveal for 5 Persuasion here. Ilban's just going to start smuggling here. Feels he's got to block Elessar that can't actually get there anyways. Elessar's happy with this as well, by the way. They're going at least Steel Suits, if not Hardy Warriors. In fact, Steel Suits looks amazing here. Steel Suits, no one else is going Hardy Warriors here. Oh! Only person that would have gone there is Romba, but he doesn't have access. Oh, well, Hardy Warriors it is. I would have preferred Steel Suits. No one else has any water here. And Steel Suits is an obvious spot for your opposition to go here. So I think I would have preferred that personally. But I guess the problem is if you do that, you've then got to deploy more force. It doesn't want to use Tactician, they don't have to. Romba will ship. Romba will just bump up twice. Call it a day. Not using his Signet Ring. Happy to use Experimentation. Beast will get his Swordmaster. Oh, and then he uses Ring. And so Beast is only going to need to put in 1 troop here. Beast can still challenge the fight, though. Yeah, Beast looking at daggers here, realizing Helena has both of them. So Beast is not really going to be able to make any fights here. I don't know why you're looking at Romba. He's not involved in the fight. Can't look at Ilban's. Cycle the deck. Can't get Calculated Higher off either. It's a nice card, though. So what does Ilban do? He's got Diplo. He's got to go Steel Suits, right? Steel Suits, limp a troop in? Could go Wealth as well. Obviously looking to try and get hold of your Swordmaster ASAP. Which way do you see it? I think Steel Suits for me is better, because you're guaranteed to get at least a spice. It's hard to put in both troops. You probably just have to limp one and call it a day. Concede it off to Beast Raban. Everyone look at everyone's discard piles here. Helena has an action. She can't put any more forces in. I don't think there's any reason to go take negotiations. I think it's either secrets or wealth for me. I don't know which way round you go. Wealth is, I guess you've got tacticians, so wealth is actually totally fine here. Yep, makes sense to me. So Romba is going to reveal for 4 persuasion. I think Romba's going to rip the row. Yep, he is. What does he find? Anything good? No. He finds a power and peels off Lady Jessica. And for humanity's out there as well. There's some real good cards here. Expensive cards though, however. Wow. So Beast Raban has 5 persuasion. It's not a great row for 5, funnily enough. What do you want to do here? Do you go Carfag? I think you go Carfag and you try and win this. War Chest, can't afford it. But he could put in all 4 troops, and I think he's going to go for it here. But the problem is he knows Helena's got both daggers. So he's at best tying. It's 1 troop for a spice, 2 troops for spice and water, or all 4 to deny Elessar the point. Denying's not as popular in Ixima. Uprising's a bit of a different story, but you don't see a lot of it in here, so happily just to put the 2 troops in and call it a day. Ilban with 5. I think Ilban's might rip it, actually. Yeah, he's going to rip it. What does he find here? Oh, some good cards there. Winning Way's interesting. Couple of Benny's sisters, but he'll be going for the grafting, the Benny Tlaxu research on the right side. One of Ilban's better cards. Really good access. The extra research as well. Very, very strong. 3 Benny sisters on the Imperium row. That's pretty nuts. I've been honest since I've seen that. I've seen 3 power plays before. That was a wild game. Double daggers for Elessar. He will take this conflict down for sure. 2 persuasion. Not too good, though. I guess he probably just passes. Yeah, I don't even want to buy a liaison here right now. And 4 for the Beast, who's going to take one of the sisters. Seems good to me. And battle will be resolved as is. Elessar will take it and trash a dagger. Replacing that with Piter, basically. Water and spice for Beast. And a loose spice for Ilban. I think everyone will be happy enough with the situation. Move on to round 3. So the camera does change in about 3 minutes. So good news there. Round 3 up, and it is raid stockpiles. This is not really what Beast was looking for with the action economy, troops in garrison. He's got war chest in the back pocket as well. He's got the calculated higher. Now, what I would actually like to see Beast Raban do here is go to Hagar Basin, take the 4 spice for the mortal experimentation, and actually look to take calculated high, take it away from Ilban, he's got bags of council access, and then send like a Benny sister to selective breeding. I think you can get 4 actions out of your deck here and really action press. It also means you're going to have great odds of trying to win raid stockpiles here. I think this is mandatory, and I think you should play Calculator right now, because that's going to cause Ilban some difficulty. I guess Ilban can always just smuggle, though, and get Swordmaster, so maybe it's not as big a deal. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you don't have to do it right now. Also, he could also just take the spice and look to go get Spice Satellites, which is obviously a really, really strong tech for Beast Raban here. So we'll see what the plan is. Yeah, more look at actually Calculator High, I'm actually not too worried about it, because Raban's just going to go and get his Swordmaster, so not a big deal. Someone else might end up taking Mentat away from him and force him down this route. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, it's going to be smuggling. He's going to take his cash. 7 Solari generated here. 1 for smuggling, 5 for the cash, 1 for the rings. So plenty of cash here. Very, very nice. Helena is up. What does Helena want to do here? Romba has pulled Weber Power here. My goodness me. How does he find Weber Power like so early? That is absolutely wild. It's a huge boon for Romba Verdes. He's going to be playing around that heavily. So Helena might just keep hitting wealth. Might start trying to cut off fold space as well. And I actually don't hate this strategy. I think someone's going to have to do it pretty early here. So he's going to get to work here. Romba will not be playing this. Might go Mentat. No, the Dreadnoughts begin. It's Dreadnought with intention of Hardy Warriors or preferably Steel Suits. He's threatening the Fremen here, and he's not going to be able to be blocked here. We do see selective breeding. Again, do you think this is the right move? See what you draw. You've still got calculated higher options. That's not bad. Might want to see if it gets round to you first. Calculated high is an interesting one. Like, you don't want to just get it for the sake of it. It's got to be kind of meaningful. But you can see here already, Grill and Beast are likely to go clashing here. Very, very likely. It's just see if Beast is going to use War Chest or look to hold on to it. Obviously, it's nice to hold on for the endgame point, but it's very early. This Four Swords could be really big if we see an early heavy combat here. Little surprised Ilban didn't go Mentat, truthfully. He could have well have gone Mentat. Ah, here we are. This is where I correct the camera and I come back here. Very good. Good job, BlackShadow. So I put the skull on as well. But I'm a little bit surprised Ilban didn't go Mentat first and then Swordmaster. Try and maybe pull one of his bought cards, but yeah. He's just going to pick up a couple of Spice Imperial Basin, limp the troop. I think that's fine. You got to charge a price here for the Spice. Looks good to me. So Romba, where's he off to? Steel Suits or Hardy Warriors? It's got to be Steel Suits, right? With Great Flat coming. Yeah, and your ring. Oh, that looks so, so strong. This is a nice start here for Romba. Is they're both going to go in. 6 strength. Is Beast going to bother trying to compete with this? I don't know. I don't think so. Where does he want to go here? Only Ilban to at behind. Problem is, you'd be very worried of Ilban going to either Carthag or Arrakis here. So you might not get 2 actions. No more places to send the ring either. You could just go Spy Satellites right now and be done with it. But I don't hate the Arrakis redraw. Oh, 7 persuasion. Look at that. That's a healthy draw. Here's the scoreboard, everyone. Very good. Man, does Beast Raban get stuck in here? He's tempted, isn't he? He's really tempted. He knows he's good if he does. The dagger is out for Romba. He's not got any more swords here. It's a guaranteed takedown. It would offer Highliner opportunities next round as well. I think he's gonna... Ooh. He puts in nothing. Wow, I'm surprised. I really would have considered barreling it, because next round you just go Highliner. And if it's a victory point conflict, like, how are they going to stop you? I really would have considered getting stuck in there, but that's just me. Aggressive tendencies. Ilban does get to Mentat in the end. He's going to be conscious of that. Calculated Higher is on Ilban's right. That's going to be a problem later on here. Ilban's got 8 persuasion, by the way. It's pretty insane. Playing it with the dagger and 3. Gonna get something out of this. Benny's sister looks pretty good and does take. Romba with 5 and the bump here. Now, where's Robert Vernius going to go? Is he going to bump the Spacing Guild? Yep, looks good. Cash in shipping, take the Alliance, and take Esmar 2Ek. Yeah, all looks pretty good here. Pretty standard. So, Beast Raban, 7 persuasion. I assume he's ripping the road looking for a big card. Doesn't find anything huge here. Spice Trader... Court Intrigue. Space Travel is a good card, actually, for Beast Raban. That extra Highliner access is always good. But other than that, I think Spice Trader is good. Got 2 specimens. Any interest in the face dance initiate? No. I would consider it. But I don't think he's going to take it. Ilban with 8 persuasion. No atomics. He's got no way of getting Spice plus Flow either. So he's just going to have to get... He's going to get some water here. And what on earth is Ilban buying with 7 persuasion? I suspect he'll go Court Intrigue, because he might as well. He might also peel off like a decent 4 or 5 coster. I could see that happening too. But yeah, not a pleasant row for 7 or 8 persuasion here. I think Court Intrigue is totally fine. Extension he's looking at. The problem is, how are you going to get hold of 3 techs here? They're all very expensive. I don't think Ilban is well set up for extension here. I don't really like it. Could also go the Fremen here for the access. I don't hate it. You're ahead on the Alliance. It's something you could potentially target. Beast on your right side, though, is ugly. Hunter is also in the game here. Go Spice Hunter. Peels off Organ Merchants. Yeah, Jocke's going to be kind of annoyed about this. Problem is, a lot of big cards have gone. You know, Jessica's gone, For Humanity's gone, Liet's gone, Gurney's gone. So there aren't a lot of these high costers out there anymore. A lot of them have been eliminated. So that's just the way it kind of goes sometimes. We might get into a situation where we either like need 9 Persuade Spices flow or just don't bother at all. Spice Hunter obviously would have been really nice for Ilbar, but nothing you can do about it. So passing feels so bad with 5. But I have a feeling he will. He takes the Initiate, which I don't hate. Also takes Subject. Now, that's interesting. Subject, in theory, is a really good card for Ilbarn, if you can use it, but he's got to get his marker going, and he's a long way behind on that, so this could backfire for Ilbarn. Nothing's going to be played here, so Spice for Ilbarn, 2 for Helena. Romba takes the victory here. Gets Cole. It's pretty nice, just needs some money, and his Dreadnought's got to go somewhere. Off to Imperial Basin. I think I would have sent that to, like, Carthag Arakeen, personally, but I guess he doesn't need the money. Either way, it's Guild Bank grade, so it's not relevant. And Count Ilbarn, wow, what a hand for Count Ilbarn here. Talaxia Researcher, double dagger. He's got no money. I think it's an automatic wealth play. It seems to me like it's an automatic wealth play. The problem is Beast Raban might well take Calculated Higher and go Selective Breeding again, but he's not to know this. This is real problems for Ilbarn here. I think he has to go Wealth. I don't think there's any other move here. You're not ready for shipping. Going Faction's pretty rough. Oh, Great Flat Spice, though, is there. And he goes for the double experimentation while he's doing it. Okay, then. So I have a feeling he might bump up twice to get Subject enabled. I've got a funny feeling. Is Count Ilbarn... Where's he going to go with the Spice, I wonder? He should bump up because of Subject. Ooh, bumps down for the Intrigue. He's going to have to bump up. But then what's he trashing? Trashing a dagger out of hand, I guess? He picks up Finesse. That's actually pretty nice for him. I think I would have wanted to get that marker online for Subject, because now I don't see how you get Subject online in time. Unless you're going to go Highliner Research Station or something. Helena, face dancing with the experimentations, always good. She's off to conspire, surely, for Swordmaster. Yep. Private Army. Ooh, Helena is starting to stack up these battle intrigues. Now. This could get tasty in a couple of rounds. I think bumping up and trashing a dagger is pretty good to me. I like trying to get this trash spot when possible. You could bump down, I guess, and get the other intrigue, I suppose. Picks up Machine Culture. Ooh. I don't think that's a good draw. I don't think it's a good draw at all, and I think he'll be wishing he just trashed the dagger at this point. Machine Culture could get hold of a tech, but they're all really expensive. Again, if you get free tech tiles, it's so much like Ixan Engineer. You can get a point for it, but I just don't see how anyone's going to be able to buy free techs here. It's going to be way too expensive. Rob Avonius, by the way, has an insane hand. Double fold space. He's got to go shipping first, though. Using the experimentation up and down. I assume he's going for Shuttle Fleet here. He's going to grab an intrigue. Oh, Emperor Bump. That's nice. Grill feeling pretty happy about life so far. Is going to go Shuttle Fleet here. This is going to pay for more Dreadnoughts. If Detonation Devices comes off, by the way, we are going to be cooking with gas. So that's a bump with the shipping. Has 2 more bumps with elsewhere. He's going to take an Emperor bump because he's got Favored Subject. And he gets 1 more bump with any faction. I think he should go Fremen, personally. And just get Siege Access online. Or you go Emperor and you look to target this actual alliance. I think this is the choice. I think Bene Gesserit is the place I'd be going least here. I think either of the other two will fine, depending on your priorities. So it looks like Umbra is got eyes on this alliance here. He's not going to get the Swordmaster, though. Helena's going to kick it off here. Artillery's up next. It's a good one for Romba, actually. He can pick up really cheaply with his ring. Beast is going to cut off Mentat, I think. And he is not playing Calculated Higher for it, though. Just straight drawing. Interesting. So Beast is going to be starting to deny Ilban action economy here, and I like that. I like that a lot. So where's Ilban going here? I think Ilban might be going selective breeding, trashing his other dagger. He has no idea what he's going to draw into. But I feel like that's the most obvious move here. Highline, it just feels hideous. I think Fremen's also wrong. Might also just grab a tech first, though. And he is going to do that. What's he going to pick up here? Spy satellites? Ooh, I don't know if I like that. Zilban, he's going to grab it. I guess if you've got it, no one else does. He's got finesse in hand, so he's thinking that he can just shift everything into one alliance and rock and roll with that. But this could be pretty risky. Appeals of training drones as the next tech here. Helena's going to go up as Swordmaster. And then it's back to Rombavernius, and I do not know what Romba's going to do here. He's got so much money. She rips the road looking for a decent card to pull. She's got, in theory, 7 persuasion. Power play, Guild Ambassador is there. Oh, leaving that to Romba feels really bad. But Guild Bankers is there as well. Guild Bankers and like the likes of Paita and Benny's sister looks so good. It looks so good. But opts for power play. Interesting. Interesting. Has she got intentions of fighting this Emperor Alliance, perhaps? What's Helena's plans here, I wonder? Romba is up. Double fold space in hand. You feel like he's got to use one of these at a faction. I think even, like, steel suits and, like, limping in a troop is fine. In fact, I probably wouldn't limp anything in, truthfully. You don't really need to. You got to use one of these file space cards, right? Do you really need to experimentation right now? I don't really feel so. It's not going to help you get the Talaxu Spice and get your race to that. So I think for me it's fold space to something. Well, I mean, it's kind of weird. You could go Wealth to set up favored subjects later on. But again, what you do with the money, apart from Dreadnoughts and High Councils, don't really know at the moment. Steel Suits is fine, but you don't really want to deploy anything. Secrets, I guess you could go Secrets. I don't hate it. Could also just go fold space and just deny people shipping access. Bit negative, though. But I think any of those three options... I think any of those options are okay for different reasons. I think I would be leaning towards steel suits. No one else has any water, and it's a way of locking that out. Or you could go Hardy Warriors and deploy one. I guess you could do that. He pulls his ring, which is not what he wanted to see, by the way. He's garrisoning up for future fights. I don't really see why. I guess he's putting the troop into, like, just charge a price, I guess. But, like, I don't know. I don't really like Hardy Warriors here. Steel Suits is so good to, like, block off people getting war, and it's such an obvious move for your opposition. It's such an obvious move for them to go. Hit a water and deploy a troop and get some money. I think I would have preferred going Steel Suits there just to deny it. If no one's got water, like, it's half the board, half the center of the board, they can't even access. Would have preferred that. So Beast is going to immediately take advantage of this. I don't know how many troops he's going to put in, if any. He might not bother. He's got War Chest, though. Oh, he's got War Chest. I think I would have put in something for that. Really think I would have put in something for that. I think that's a bit of a missed opportunity there. Ilban's just going to go selective breeding. He's going to draw who knows what. Convincing and experimentation. I'd be happy with that. That's a good draw. Might even find his way to Guild Bankers. That'd be wild. He's got 4 persuasion. Guild Ambassador is also potentially there. So Helena's got 7 persuasion if she wants it. I could definitely see her just going secrets. I could definitely see secrets. The problem is that she is going to be at risk of secret stealing next round, potentially. Machine Culture is kind of a weird card. The Machine Culture is a card that you can actually technically play for no effect. It's a bit of an anomaly with the rules. But the symbol for Machine Culture is that you may buy a tech. So Machine Culture, you can actually play to may buy a tech and then not buy anything. It's a weird... anomaly of the rules, but it is the truth. And she might have to do that because she's got vicious stats. Man, look at all these swords. 10 swords and counting. That's impressive. So it's time to start getting to the reveals here. Oromba's going to open up with his specimen sword and only a couple of persuasion, though. I don't know that he's going to buy anything. He's probably going to cull one of his daggers now. Makes sense before he redraws them, so that looks good to me, but I don't really know what else Romba's doing here. I don't think he's buying Elessar. No, I didn't think so. Beast now can spice trade at Siege. This is so good here. Discard his recon, probably. Now Beast has got to start getting some troops in here. Okay, good. At least he got them in eventually. He has to go for this. Like, it's so important for War Chest. I would... Ooh, what do you do here? Do you discard experimentation? I think you discard recon. You are the only person with any actions, so you got to basically decide what are you going to next? Smuggling, Hagar Basin, or Carthag? I think research station's a bit much. I think I'm discarding recon. Ooh, well, what's going on here? Change of plans. He's going to draw first and make the decision. But he pulls his liaison, which I don't know if that's going to help him a ton. Basically knows he's getting rid of recon now, I guess. So +2 spice for that. He'll probably end up going to Siege possibly anyways. Maybe even smuggling, we'll see. Ilban even reveals for 4 persuasion. Guild Bankers looks pretty obvious. Might occasionally go Ambassador for denial, but I think Guild Bankers is just going to take all day long here, and does. Ilban, I don't think he's going to be playing very much on the table. He's going to build up forces for, like, one big combat. Other than that, he's just going to kind of do his own thing here. He needs to secure this Fremen alliance pretty urgently, though. That is the only problem for Ilban. If the way he's playing, he's got to get this alliance very early, because both Romba and Beast are going to be frequenting the Fremen here with their current strategies here. So Ilban's, it's a little tenuous here. He could pivot to a different alliance, I guess, but I don't know why you'd bother to do that if you had to. Helena with 5. Helena's got a really good looking deck right now. All those swords as well. Helena's looking kind of ominous here. Far from, like, certain for winning, but this looks pretty good, and we will see the smuggle from the Beast here. He's going to get his intrigue. Strategic push. It's more money. He might actually play a strategic push here just to play it and get the 2 Solare. You do see that sometimes. I think he will do so. He's going to take Guild Ambassador here, I think. Partially, A, for blocking Romba, and B, he needs the access himself anyways, and C, he's been hitting Mentat a bit anyways, so I mean, that's part of the plan here. I think Beast, he doesn't play strategic push. I mean, I guess it's fine, but I wouldn't have been surprised to see him just play it for the cash there. And we'll move on. Romba's got to work out what he's doing with this money, though, very quickly. Round 5 is up. It is Trade Monopoly. Well. Everyone wants a piece of this. This could get interesting. Romba has found Web of Power. He's going to have to liaison the Swordmaster, though, which isn't what he was looking for. Beast has found space travel, but not enough for Highliner here. And I think he would Highliner if he could. This could get interesting in a hurry here. Helena's one issue, she's struggling for resources. Fold space it is. Oh, it feels a bit late in the piece, though. But I guess the point secured. It is what it is. More shipping for Romba. Just going to spam away here. What does Beast do here? Does Beast arm up for Highliners? I think it's a pretty good combat to Highline as well. You get a troop back, the shipping bumps. You've got one here. I think Beast has got all reasons in the world to really start putting the hammer down here. Hagar Basin, Imperial Basin, whichever one you prefer. Probably Imperial Basin. 2 opponents have no water. Only problem is with space travel is you are going to draw your deck. It's a little unfortunate, but I think for me, I think this is time to go for it. Imperial Basin and Calculated Hire. I think it's time. Higher is played. That'll annoy Orban a little bit here. And I think we're going to see Imperial Basin. Or Hager Basin, whichever one. And I think Highliners are looming. He'll put in one troop. And that's it. I wonder if he's going to bump down as well. Yeah, even though he doesn't really need the money, he's just going to bump down. So the only problem that Beast has got here is that he's got 3 specimens stuck at the... Oh, he didn't pay for it last round. Oops. So he's only got 6 in his bowl. It's a bit awkward if Highliner in Signet Ring, actually. Huh. Well, he's going to have to work his way around that a little bit here. Yeah, it's a little careless from Beast. He didn't cash in his specimens. Silly boy. So Ilban's got 3 actions. He's got subject in hand, but again, the problem we said is that it's not enabled. This is why Ilban, I think, had to bump up and get the marker done when he went last round with experimentation and the researcher and get subject online. Now it's like basically a dead card in his hand. And he's got no way of getting the experimentation going here. So I think Ilban's made a bit of a mess of this. And now he's in trouble. Yep, no Mentat. Nothing for his ring. What's he going to do here? I think Ilban's going to have to go still suits with Spice Hunter probably and reassess the situation. Bear in mind, the Face Dancer and Face Dancer initially do actually have Fremen Bond. So, I guess he's got Liaison as well. So he can always reveal Spice Hunter for the Spice. But I have a feeling he's going to just basically just hit a load of factions here. He hasn't got Benny access. He's got everything but that. I think the best Ilban can do is like still suits. And then I don't know what. This is a real bad spot Ilban's in here. If he'd taken the marker, he could have at least gone to like tech negotiation and not felt too bad about it. But this is bad news here. He might have to go Arrakis and try and draw his way out of trouble. But Ilban, again, he's got to get this Fremen. He's got to get this Fremen alliance done. I think he has to go still suits first. I think he just needs to secure access to that so he can finesse later on here. Goes wealth. That. If he's doing this, the only thing I can think Ilban is intending to do is Signet Ring High Council. That's the only thing I can think he's doing this with. But he's got Spice Satellites, so this is also not nice. Yeah, look at this mess he's in here. Finally finds the Steel Suits move. Needs his coin. There we go. But yeah, what a mess Ilban's in here. And when you get subject, like, getting those beetle bumps are so important. Helena's just going to smuggle up here. She's still at risk of secret stealing. I think you need to get machine culture out your hand here. I don't think you can have this hanging around anymore. There's a lot of firepower you've got there. 4, 9, 12 swords now. I think you just use machine culture and you burn it, and that's what we see here. So yeah, it's a quirk of the rules. But the symbol is may buy. It's one of the only cards you can opt to basically just discard. It is what it is. It's been confirmed to developers. It's a bit of a loophole, I guess, but it is what it is. So what does Romba do here? He has to get Swordmaster of Liaison. He doesn't really like it. Weather Power is not going to be played here. I don't suspect. Oh, he might actually play that to just secrets, actually. He has got all his access with all the 3 other factions. Yeah, he might just go secrets, Ron Bavernius. But he really wants to fight this. Wow, Beast actually goes the other way around. So Beast goes for selective breeding, which means he's not on for Highliner anymore. He's got to figure out, like, he's got to get the spacing point somehow. 8 persuasion. Might Beast Raban go High Council and just reveal for Spice Must Flow here? I don't know. It's a bit awkward with the money, though. Ilban's just going to Hardy Warriors now. Yeah, and Ilban's just trying to make this up. I think you might as well just, like, whack it all in here. You're going to get the water bat minimum. But I guess you're going to a combat space, probably. So, doesn't need to deploy. But yeah, Ilban's just scrambling this round here. Really, really uncomfortable with this. Helena's going to go Carfag. Oh, this is risky. What? Tactician Talon's army in ambush. Oh my goodness me. That's insane. That's a lot of swords. I don't think Elessar's going to get dragged into using a ton of them here, but he's going to use at least one. Dreadnought in for Rombra off Siege. Doesn't use Weapon Power. I'm curious to know where that bump's going. I think that's going Emperor for Favored Subject next round or two, I suspect. Beast Raban's still got 2 actions. If Beast wants to go Highliner, he still can. He could go base and Highliner. It's certainly still an option for him, and he's definitely considering it. His deck's not huge. He could well find Signet Ring again. He's not got an alliance with for the Signet Ring, so it's not doing a ton right now. And I think that experimentation is important, especially where he is right now. He could look to go Talaxu Spies, take a bump here. And it looks like it's coming. Oh boy. He's going to bump down, I suspect, for the spacing bump. And then he's going to... Or I don't know, he might go... By the way, did you notice, by the way, how he took the spice there and then hovered over his space travel card? Maybe a bit of a tell there. He's going to take the Benny bump here, which is very aggressive, by the way. So he's a little bit of greed here for Beast, but he reckons he's got to maybe take a chance or two here and try and get an alliance. And I guess it's arguable he does. Well, this is going to be interesting. This is about to get very chaotic here. There's a lot of swords on board here, but I don't feel like Elessar's going to use a ton of them. He's going to probably just empty out and live with second place, probably. Ilban's got an action still, and Ilban must be mortified, realizing what's probably about to happen here. He's looking to go Arrakis. He was probably he was planning to go Arrakis pretty much here, but he could draw something he doesn't want to see. Oh, Diplo's in there. Oh, he pulls his recon. He can live with that. Does he put any more forces here? Helena's got 4 intrigues. Beast is 7 spice. His Diplo's not down. His space travel's not been seen for ages. I don't think you can commit any 4 forces. Surely Beast is going... Oh, he puts in the 1. He's going to try and sneak second place here. Or even third. Romba Vernies has got Dreadnought and 2 troops in. And Man, there's a lot of chaos here. Wow, this is about to get very messy. Ilban's getting drawn into this, I think. He feels like he's got to put another one down, but it just seems like madness. He's just trying to get ahead of Helena here. Helena's going to be able to just play Tactician next round and probably be good for at least third place here. It's going to be 3 troops in for Ilban and possibly no reward. Oh, it's really bad. So, sword for Helena. Couple to buy. Do you want to buy anything here? He's eyeing up maybe Freighter Fleet, but I don't think I'm wanting to buy that anything. He's got to think about buying Spiceless Floaty. He's going to need 1 or 2, surely. But it's kind of weird. He's all those swords in hand. Like, round 7 is a realistic chance. He might not buy anything. He doesn't buy anything. Romba with 3 and a bump. It is going Emperor. That tells that story. Going for double alliances, Romba Vernies, you don't see that often. But when you've had pretty much exclusive shipping access and shuttle fleet, you can do this. Wow, Beast doesn't commit. He goes flagships. I don't know about this. I gotta pause here. I don't know about this at all. Like, I like it normally. Actually, a flagship's the way. The problem is, if you're going flagships here, you're basically committing yourself to use flagships for fights. And the problem is, if you're using flagships for fights, how are you ever getting the war chest endgame point? The two seem in complete, contention to each other. Other problem you've got as well here is you've got 7 persuasion. What card are you buying off the row for 7 persuasion? I don't hate this. I just think this is far superior. Gets you closer to that friendship. You can take, garrison up, get water going, research stations, great flat. I think Highline is the better choice for me. Now you've got to find 2 bumps there at some point, and a bump with Bene Gesserit, and a bump with Emperor, and I don't know how you're going to find all that. I can't get behind this. Like, you're basically turning War Chest now into 2 coins for 4 swords, but why when you've got 9 Solari? Just hold on to the cash, it's a point. I think it's the wrong way around for me. Ghost Freighter Fleet is going to go spiritual for sure to pick up his... Wait, what? Oh, I see what's going on here. So he's using spiritual fervor. He's bought this. He's going to buy spiritual fervor. He's bumping up to then trash it with the Talaxu bump. That's what's going on here. Should do it like per order here. He's got to pay his specimens as well. But no, I can't get behind this plan for Lynx. I get what he's doing. I just think Highliner was just so much better. Might, maybe he'll prove me wrong here. And there goes the money. So maybe he's thinking he can get 1 flagship off. And then start, still get some cash here. We still get War Chest, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. Here comes the ambush for Helena here. It's going to get in front. Is this going to win the conflict? No. No! Unbelievable. Helena wins it. And she's still got... 12 swords in hand. What? Oh my goodness. I think Elessar's gone favorite here. What do you do here? Do you go up and down for a tech? Do you just go down and up for... I guess? I don't know what this extra bump's ever going to do for you. I would have considered going up and down for training drones with all of that combat strength. I would have really considered it. Well, this is going to be interesting here. Only person that's not really going combating is Ilban. He's got spy satellites, so he's effectively got 3 points in his back pocket here, but Ilban's got a lot of work to do here. I don't feel like he's ahead in this game at all. And time is running out. Round 6 is Carfag. Oh my goodness me. Well, Fireworks about to absolutely illicit here. Absolutely illicit here. What is about to happen? Also, Beast opting to use flagships last round, but not in a deployment. Also not a fan of that. So, Romba's going to go up and down. He's going either training drones or troop transports. I don't know what. It's the last ship he'll get, but he's got so much value out of this. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, you'll notice he doesn't bump Emperor here. So they now know he's got an intrigue for the Emperor, and he's going to deploy it as he goes here. I think Romba's going to go all in on this combat. He might feel that he has to. But they now know he's got an Emperor bump. These troops are going in. This could be a mess. The thing is that Beast might drag himself into this, and if Helena can show some restraint, round 7 is ripe for the picking. Is he... What's he do... How's he... Wait, what? Oh, he paid for Esmod 2x bump as well. My apologies. Ooh, I don't like that. You got favored subjects. You that scared of the Alliance? I think I would have gone Bene Gesserit there. If they know you've got the card and the bump, who cares? But Helena did have a power play in her deck somewhere, so I don't know. Also, Helena's hand, by the way, oh my goodness me. That's wild. Beast Rabana's up. Beast has to decide right now, is he going to go for this fight or not? Guild Ambassador Mentat and just taking a bump can't be bad. Where's Guild Ambassador going that isn't Mentat? Unless you're sending him to High Council. I think you should be Guild Ambassadoring first, whatever you do here. Unless you're absolutely dead set on High Council. I just don't feel like High Council makes sense. You've got flagships. He wants to go smuggling, but his garrison's already heavy. I think Beast has got some real problems here. I wouldn't hate secrets. Take the alliance, couple of intrigues. Kind of reassess situation. The problem is Web of Power is out there. Rhombovernius does have Web of Power. It's in his discard, I believe, at the moment, but you are at risk of getting secrets stolen. And he's got no bumps there, so he is going to start going Bene Gesserit very soon. So that's something to be slightly concerned about. If you pull a couple of intrigues that you can't use, you've got problems. I think Mentat with Basilisk is totally fine, but again, this is the other issue. Now he's got so many commitments on his Solari resources. Now he's kind of paralyzed himself. This was a completely avoidable situation, I fear. If he just goes Highlines, he can just Mentat and not have to worry about it. Secrets it is. Expedite he can't use. Quid pro quo he can't use. And now he's got even more resource commitments. Lynx could collapse here. He might just implode under all of these demands upon him. Ilban's gonna just research station. Using Liaison to do it, by the way. That tells a story. Subject is found. He finally has the access here. So it looks like he's possibly going to get hold of the Talaxu Spice. Ilban's got to score and score quickly here. He's got Guild Bankers in hand, but he's only got 7 Persuasion in hand, so he's going to have to get a draw off Benny Talaxu. So he's desperately hoping he gets the Mentat. I don't think he gets there. Helena's got Power Play, Diplo, double Fold Space, and Biter. What? I think Helena's got to go Spice plus Flow here. I think Selective Breeding looks a good move. It gets all your friendships done. I don't think you need to worry about going for... I mean, Alliance is interesting. Is there an Alliance you think you can ever take here? All of them look kind of a bit precarious, though. Well. Now that is a move. Helena's after High Council. I can only assume. Here comes Favored Subject. So actually, this bump turned out to be really useful. I did not expect that. Was that an overreach? Or was that just trying to put pressure on Romba here? He's going to go High Council as well. So if Beast was looking to go there, it's not on. Romba does not take artillery. Interesting. Beast has to play Spice Trader. He is terrified of being secret stolen now. It's kind of not a great move here. Is he flagshipping this? Well, War Chest is no longer getting played for endgames. That is confirmed. So he's going to put in all 5, surely. He's going to discard Recon for 2 Spice. And then he's playing Expedite. What? Wow. How did he not discard anything? Why not get rid of Recon? What is going on here? Somehow Ilban gets subject to Mentat. I have no idea how that's happened. He gets the Talaxu Spice. He gets research. What is going on here? Unbelievable. Ilban's got 6 Persuasion in hand and 2 actions. Ilban might not be able to play everything out here. Oh, and now he's rid of Spice Trade. He's like, yeah, I mean... I don't know what happened here. I'm assuming they're going to say, yeah, you're allowed to do it. Yeah, it looks like they're going to allow it, which I think is reasonable to once. But that was a bit silly from Lynx there. Helena, I assume, is going High Council. But now I don't know. Selective Breeding's still there. Might as well. It's a wild game, this. So you get to draw first. You can trash a card. It's going to trash the fold space for the draw here. Which you can also do, so it draws 2 more. Oh, gin! That spice must flow. That's so delicious. How do you find the Benny and convincing there? What a draw for Elessar. That is the kind of draw that wins you games. Beautiful, beautiful draw here. Elessar's got to get his victory point here from Spiceless Flow, and then it's combat next round and finish this game. He's got to get his Talaxu point. That's the only problem he's got here. And the problem is, he also... I mean, he fired his shot at the Emperor with the Alliance. Rombo with Hardy Warriors. He's returning fire here. This is perfect for Elessar, by the way. This is exactly what he wants. He wants these two to just go to war with each other and exhaust themselves. What does Beast do here? Beast has got a choice. He can either go City and keep fighting, or he plays Guild Ambassador and calls it a day. Guild Ambassador and calls it a day it is. I think... I don't know what you're going for here. Wind Traps? He takes the spice! What? Wow, how do you not take the bump? Is Beast Raban saving for a round 6 Highliner? If so, he can't buy it. He could buy an artillery for nothing. I can only assume Beast is saving around 6, but he's got so many spice commitments, so I don't know. It feels like it's muddled. Wind Traps it is. I don't know, this is ideal. I don't really like Wind Traps here. I don't know what the water's doing. I guess he's planning, like, next round Hagerbase and Highliner. Figuring he gets there before Ilbarn. He buys nothing. You might as well buy artillery. It's free. Yeah, this is the only issue. I think Lynx is, like, really caught in 2 minds of a lot of his decisions here. It doesn't give you the impression that he's like, got a really clear game plan at all. It's very scattered. Ever since he took... It was looking perfect. Ever since he took Flagship, it's looked really scattered. I think it's really thrown him that. Ilban's going to go Arrakis and look to just pick up a loose spice here. He kind of has to. He finds experimentation. He's still good for spice. I think with Diplo coming, I think you're kind of meant to... Ooh, but you might not bother. Oh, no, you don't need to. Spice Hunter is going to give you the spice anyways. Does not need to commit here. Didn't spot that. I like that. Okay. I don't know if Ilban's going to hire next round, but it's an option. So Elessar has 9 persuasion. He can't play anything in hand, though. He kind of has to use fold space whenever he does. What do you do here? You could Benny's Sister High Council. And I think he's doing it to protect his fold space card for access later on. Yeah, that's what's going on here. I don't hate this. So he's going with Spice Must Flow here, and he's going to try and pick up somehow a Spice Must Flow next round, but a lot of his good cards are in his hand right now. Rombo's going to reveal for 5 and a dagger. Surely he's taken Fufi here. Fufi Howard looks pretty good and does take it. Beast Raban, free persuasion. I don't know he's buying anything. I would actually consider Chris Knife once in a blue moon. But I don't think he will and doesn't bother. Ilban's got 6 and Guild Bankers. I don't think Ilban can make any moves here. I think Ilban should just be revealing and taking Spice Must Flow here. I don't see how you can sacrifice Spice Must Flow. It seems absolutely insane. Yeah. He was hoping to pull like his convincing argument, his other one, with the Arrakis draw, but didn't. So he's just going to have to reveal and take his various goods. It's pretty decent, though. 2 specimens. Is he going to keep punting for Talaxu Beetle? I think you should do a researcher. I think he can actually make the end of this track. I think he has to make the end of this track to win this game. Spice Must Flow. Gets a spice. I hope he takes it. I can't tell him to take the spice if he doesn't, because this was 2 days ago. Good. Diplow's coming. It's going to be fascinating to see what happens next round. Next round is going to be very interesting. Helena is sitting on 600,000 swords. And I don't think anyone has any idea either. Helena, I do think Elessar is favourite coming into this. But the problem is he's got to find 4 points. And I don't know how he finds 4 points. I can see 3. 4 is asking a bit, though. Point taken. Beast just uses strategic push. Just to get out of his hand. Probably should have used it earlier, but never mind. Beast gets strong arm. He can lose a troop for a double bump on a faction. Well, that's perfect for Highliner if he gets there. And it's Carthag. And it's a free troop for green. Spice travel is found. Oh, but look at Beast's hand. He's got no shipping access, so he's going to have to use Expedite to do it. It's Expedite. It's Spice. It's Highliner. It's Strong Arm. And remember, he can actually, these troops he recruits, he can send in. So he can send in 9 forces of Highliner here. And I think he should. Beast has to win this fight. I think you have to highline. You have to send in 9 troops. You have to strong arm the Spacing Guild with one of your garrison troops. I mean, anything else is complete lunacy. And you hope that you somehow get to Great Flat. Fremen bump. What? How do you not take the Emperor point? What? Oh my god, Beast is so greedy. So he can put in all 9. Recon's not what he was looking for. 5 from Highline. 2 from Garrison. 2 from Shipping. In it goes. Hash to strong arm spacing. Beast has got 9 persuasion in hand, by the way. He is strong arming the Spacing Guild, right? Right? It's just a point. Why am I worried he didn't do this? Thank goodness. I was already worried. So, surely he's going to do that. Yep, and he does. What on earth does Ilban do here? Ilban is in real trouble. Now, it's like one of those Omega liners from Beast Raban in Super Liners from Uprising that just whacking 9 troops. Feels good. I don't know what Ilban's going to do here. I really don't know. I'm really unsure. He's unsettled by that Fremen bump, though. I can tell you that much. He's got finesse. So maybe he's not that worried. Diplo in hand. Is he just going to go selective? Oh, he's going to do it, but it don't feel great, does it? He's going to get rid of Recon. Is there anywhere he could have got rid of Diplo? I think I would have got rid of Diplo there, truthfully. Like, you've got Spice Satellites and Finesse. And if you're only going to do this anyways, I think I would have considered trashing Diplo. And keep all the Recon, like, for actions here. It's a minor thing, and people do not like doing it, but I think I would have honestly considered it. Shipping for Helena here. Helena's got to start getting these troops off here, by the way. She's going to keep fighting. Oh, it's a 6 steal as well. Oh, no. That is disaster for Rombavernius. I didn't even see that. That is a horrible blow. And Roma Vernius is in serious trouble here. And now it's the secrets. He's in panic here. Oh, yeah, it's Joe shares. Are you kidding me? That's just a 3 point. Roma needs this to go another round. Helena, if she wins the fight, gets to 9. But where's the 10th point coming from? She's got no... She bumped down for the Alliance, so she can't get to Talaxi point. This game's going 8 rounds, I think. Beast can't end it. Beast Research Station just trying to score as heavily as possible. There's his point. Oh my god. 6, 7, 8. Spicer's Flow is 9. Oh, but he's not found his Diplo for wealth. That would have been game over. He's not found it. And he's got no way of drawing it either. Wow, Lynx actually would, if he'd have found Diplo and got the wealth, it would have been game over. Because Ilban's never going there, and nor was anyone else. Wow. Had outs, didn't find him. Ilban, I guess, is just off the menta. He's like, okay, sure. Using Spice Hunter to get there feels pretty bad. Yeah, this is the problem here. Ilban is, like, in some strife. Alon Amada is found. He does have an alliance, should be noted. I think he's off to tech negotiation, though, with Subject, and he's just going to have to... I'll be honest, I feel like Jocke is falling away here. He's done well to get to the quarterfinals, the double second places, but I feel like he's just starting to slide away here. He's still got 3 points of Spice Satellites effectively. Spice was Flow, and the Talaxi would get him to 10, but the problem is he's stuck on endgame. He can't end the game, and people are going to start accelerating away from here. Helena's got to start getting involved in. Seats first. Beast Raban is going to win this combat, right? Oh my goodness me. Hyena's got 4, 11, 14 swords. Dispensation. Gets the selective. That's his point secure. He gets all the bonuses. Beast has not won this combat, by the way. Beast has not won this combat, by the way. Oh my goodness. Is Beast going to do something not battle-related? He's only got 1 more troop, though. Beast should just go city. But he can't know that Helena's got like 15 swords. But what else would he do here? He might go smuggling for like war chest or something. But he loses 2 swords on Benny's sister. Oh my god. Is Beast Raban going to lose this battle? No. Oh, Romba's Miss Spice must flow. He drew Esma. He's stuck at 8. Oh, he's got another action, though. Oh my god, Beast Raban needs to put troops in here. He does something else. Oh my holy god. Oh, it's here! Oh, he puts them in garrison, but they're doing nothing! Oh my god! I don't know if... Is Helena going to steal this? I don't know what's about to happen here. This could be very interesting. Oh no, Helena's gonna steal this! Oh, Beast! Oh, he's taken the battle for granted! But he doesn't realise what's about to happen! Oh, this is a car wreck! I don't even know if it's exactly his fault! What an absolute mess. Here's the move for Ilban. He actually takes invasion ships here. I don't know if I like going invasion ships, actually, truthfully. But sure he did. So Spice must flow. Oh, I must have miscounted. Oh, is it 6 plus 3 is 9? Helena. If Helena goes Carfag, and I don't know if there's any intrigues that just win the game on the spot. Memo Quarters is in the... Oh my goodness me. Helena... Oh, she can't get it anyways. Oh, she could. She can infiltrate tech negotiation. Is Helena going to get baited by memo quarters? Surely not. Elessar's got to realize he has to win this fight. And he's got 600,000 swords. I think it's Savfk. It's Savfk put him in and win the fight. You don't know what Beast has got, but Beast did not. If Beast has got second wave, it's pretty brutal and unlucky. But he went smuggling. The chance is there. I think you gotta go Savfk and go for it. And it's gonna work. Stunning melange. Ooh, can he get to the research track? With free spice? I don't know. And Beast now sees this. And Beast is like, uh-oh. He's like, uh-oh. I think I've made a mistake here. What? No way. You got to put in 6 here. And Beast now realizes, like, oh, I'm in trouble. He's got 4 swords, and that's it. Like, Helena does not come in here heavy like that if she doesn't have, like... Unless you got stage incidents, the only thing he's hoping for is, like, some staged, gruesome combo. It's more likely she just has a million swords. Allied Armada's out there. It would be active on red. Oh, man. Lynx has got to be hating his life right now. Thinking, why didn't I just put those troops in? This wouldn't even be a problem. Oh, he went for war chest. Thinking I could just smuggle and get the cash and stuff. Oh, he should have just Savfk'd and put him in. This is going to be morsel to Lynx here. I don't think he recovers. This fight is over. Romba's going to get on a memo quarters. A point with the Bene Gesserit, so he kind of gets second place. So he gets an endgame point, which is nice. He also has the Spice Must Flow here. I think 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he's still at 8. Oh. Oh. Oh, he used this ring to get memo quarters, and he was hoping to hit one of his convincings, and he missed. So he's relying on intrigues to get him out of trouble here. And Romba needs this point urgently. He's hoping like charisma or recruit mission or anything. Well, what does Beast do here? He's going to buy the Spice Must Flow, even though he maybe is meant to take the swords here. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, this is so unfortunate to see. This is the end of Lynx's tournament. I don't see how he comes back from this. It's just over. Oh, this is brutal. This is absolutely brutal. I think Ilban just has to continue on the plan here. Reveal, take Spicer's float. Hope the game does not end. If it ends, what are you going to do? Ooh, okay. Interesting. Don't often see that taken, but he does. He's got specimens to use. Ilban feels he's got to win the next conflict. He's getting ready to rock and roll with Allied Armada. He has got an alliance. There is going to be another round here. Helena can't finish it. Nor can Beast. Nor can Romba. We're going 8 rounds here. Oh, man. I feel so bad for Lynx here. I really do. It's an absolutely outrageous amount of swords she's got. But, like, smuggle as well. It's such a nothing move. Couldn't anything. Haga Basin, Savfk, anything. Just took this fight for granted. And he's going to pay the ultimate price. Romba finds blackmail. It's not enough for Spice Must Flow. He's short. He's missed it. He's stuck at 8. He's stranded. Chom Shares gets to the 8 points. Oh, this is a terrible Spice Must Flow miss. He's got to buy, like, a weak card and hope that a good 5 or 6 Costa comes out of something. Is he not buying anything at 8? Oh, you gotta buy something. You're last to reveal. Oh. Oh, I don't like that. Even go like Sardic Imperial Sardic Inventory or something. I don't know. Never mind. And here it all comes. And Yellow's like, oh man. Oh, and he's gonna make him spend the war chest as well. No. There is no mercy. That is absolutely heinous. He pulls Master Tactician. Beast Raban's competition is over. He's not recovering from this. He's dead. That is absolutely disgusting. Helena is favorite to go through here now. Ilban's got 3 endgame points though. And Romba has points in hand too. Round 8 is, oh my goodness me, it's economic supremacy as well. There's points to fight for here. Oh my god. Wow, well, this is going to be interesting. But Ilban is absolutely... Wait, why did he... Hold on, wait, why did Ilban take in the shadows? Did he have a graph card he just missed? Oh my gosh, what's happened here? Yeah, I saw him he took from the... not in the shadows, from the tanks. Triangle access, double troops. I assumed he has a graph card that he was looking for. Has he not found it? I don't know. What is happening here? Helena has drawn nice, although I don't know how... The problem is Helena's got to follow up some points here. Oh my god, how is Helena getting her final Talaxu point? I think she has to research. I think Helena Chess needs to go still suits of an experimentation and then fold space research. And then she can bump up twice on the Talaxu track. It gives her her 3rd bump, and then the experimentation in hand, or the experimentation she plays, gives her 4th. That's how Helena gets to Talaxu here. It also gives a decent shot of finding Spice plus Flow for 11 points. It also means that she can try and find some way to get hold of free Spice for a 12th point. And if Helena get all 3 points, she just wins. I'm pretty sure she just wins. I don't think she's getting caught if she can score all 3. She might be able to score 2 and get away with it. But I think that's what I'll be doing is Helena. If Still Suit stays open, Still Suit's research station, and try and pick up enough Spice to get to Stunning Melange. What a mess here, though. Ilban is in absolute dire straits. Romba's got all the resources he could ever want for this conflict, but he still has to win it. Is Ilban off the Hardy Warriors? Does he fight Yellow for the Benny Alliance? I do not know what Romba Verns is going to do here. Bear in mind, there are still 2nd places to fight for here. Both 2nd places are like 10 or 11 victory points or whatever it is exactly. I don't have the details on me. There are 2 spots that also go through to the semis. So even if Helena wins this confidently, there's still 2nd place to fight for. I think, yeah, Ilban's got to go Arrakis and draw here. I assume his last card is... Oh, he did have a face dance. That's what's going on here. So, Ilban's going Steel Suits. Ilban is going Steel Suits here with face dance initiate. But I don't think he's getting there. Because Helena's going Steel Suits and Romba's going Hardy Warriors, I think. I think that's the right route. Ooh. Oh, she's going Spice first. Okay, I actually don't hate that. I mean, that is just a solid guaranteed point. No! You found Piter! No! Oh my god. So, Piter, Liaison, Experimentation. I think Helena just won the game. I think she just won the game. Stunning Melange is on. She's probably going to get hold of the Talaxu point. She's still got to draw 1 or 2 decent cards here, but I still think Helena's going to win this by looks of it. Hardy Warriors for Romba. It's what you want to do on Economic Supremacy. Go Hardy Warriors if you can, because the water is not a requirement for points. Beast Raban. It's a sad day to be Beast Raban here. I don't see any way of scoring any more points. Wealth is a point, but that's about it. He fired his shot, but he took the battle for granted, and Helena just said, here's all my cards, I'm going to take this combat now. He doesn't have a war chest to play for. I mean, I've been in this spot. I think most of us who play this game have been in this exact spot of Lynx in, and I do sympathize. It's a horrible place to be. You know, round 7, you took your shot, and then you did maybe a bit of a speculative sort of move, got punished, and then there's another round, and you have like virtually no prospects. It's a brutal place to be. I kind of wish I'd been there live to like chat with him and console him. Maybe watching this back, you know, you understand. But yeah, that is like one of the loneliest spaces in the world right now. Is that seat occupied by Lynx playing as Beast Raban? You might as well be in solitary confinement. There really is no difference. I think all Beast can do is ship and threaten like Highliner and do I don't know what. I think you can't even take cash. It's not even enough. Oh my god. Yeah, this is just... It gets his bump here. All he can do is threaten Highliner. You won't be needing that. That's all you can do is threaten Highliner here. Which feels kind of bad because you've got, you know, flagships. You can't even use it. That's where it all came unglued for me for Lynx. The moment he took flagships, it just seemed to all kind of unravel. Maybe you'll look back and agree. Maybe you might not. I don't know. But if you're watching this back, I'd be curious to know what your thought process is. I just think that Highliner that turn was the way to go. Ilban's got to go Fremen. He gets 4 troops in here. He cements his alliance as well. Ilban, though, cannot score many points here. No one can score much of anything. Romba's about it. Romba needs to win this fight, by the way, I think. If Romba can win this and score all 3 points, like, he's still good. Oh, it's a brutal block for Ilban. Alan Armada is dead. He can't use it. He's got no way to set it off now. That's a huge result. I tell you what, Romba Vernius might qualify. He might get a big second place here with that move. Wow. Romba's going research station. Oh, no. No, don't take Beast Alliance. No. No, no, no. Don't take Beast Alliance. Don't do this. No! No, you can't give him Dispatch Envoy and Web of Power. Oh, man. Talk about kicking a man when he's down. I think he has to defend his own alliance. I think Highliners... I mean, what do you do here? Oh, Beast. This is... It's just... Kick to the curb, man. And Beast, I think, might, like, secure a point here. That's about it. What a brutal... He's gonna lose his Bene Gesserit alliance. Absolutely insane. Romba Vernius, by the way. Romba Vernius has +4 faction influence on all factions. When was the last time you saw that? Ilban. Oh, Ilban had invasion ships. Oh, okay, so he's able to... Okay, so Ilban's able to... I forgot he had invasion ships. Okay, that's fine. So Ilban's going to win the fight. He's going to try and win the fight without using Armada. He might have to, though. Because Beast is going to put in more, and he's got Tactician. Helena has one move. What is the move here? You made it to the end of the research, so you've got that point. How do you get Spice Must Flow? Minimic? Minimic, yep. Minimic it is. And it's just guaranteed. Oh, wow, pause that. Three fives. No. Oh, it is guaranteed. Yeah, it's +4. 1 for the space, 1 for Minimic, 2 for Council, Pider's free. Even though you pulled the Spice Must Flow card, you're still good. So, Elessar is going to finish on 12 points. I think. Or at least 11. No, he's going to finish 11, actually. Might still win anyways. Rombavernius takes the Alliance. There's nothing Beast can do about it. It has been a tragic view, this. Really brutal for Lynx. Absolutely bruised by the encounter. There's stuff to be learnt from it here. I think he started off pretty well, actually, but he's got to go great flat. There's nothing else to do. He gets to draw a card. Gets to put in some troops. He can't even win the fight now. Ilban's going to win it. But I think he's going to finish second place. He's going to get a consolation point. Quid pro quo's not doing anything. It's not been his day. Ilban, I think, ultimately just couldn't get going fast enough. The game went 8 rounds, which is kind of what you wanted in a way. But it's kind of weird with Spy Satellites. Like, you kind of want the game to end early, but he just couldn't score fast enough. He's only going to get a point from the combat here. He's going to have to use Armada. He's not going to have enough of the Spice point. Not that it particularly matters. Spy Satellites was an interesting choice. I didn't hate it, but it does have some issues elsewhere. And like Rombavernius has been able to just absolutely attack all other alliances, which you can kind of do when you're the only person shipping and someone takes Spy Satellites. Like, you can be as aggressive as you want. Helena is going to get Stunning Melange. It's going to get Spice Must Flow. 11 points and 6 Spice. I think is going to do the job here, because Rombavernius is not winning this. There's the Talaxu point as well. Elessar is going to be through to the semi-finals. But a good showing. With a tricky leader in a tricky position, but like got a really strong deck early. Round 7 though, man. Oh my goodness. We'll have to go back and assess that and see if it could have been stopped. I think the answer is it could have been. Romba's scores Spice Must Flow. There's Choam shares for 10. He's got Memo Quarters coming for 11. And I think that's going to be good for second place. And I think that might even get him through holding as a fastest loser spot. I'll have to confirm that. But I think he's going to get him through as one. He's going to have him as one. There's still a few games to be played. But he might squeak through yet. Beast will play the Tactician, which will cost Ilban a point. None of it matters, though, sadly. Romba will blackmail, because he might as well. Beast will Tactician. Ilban will Allied Armada for the battle victory. But it's a point for Ilban, it's a point for Beast, it's resources for Rombavernius. Elessar will make the semi-finals. GreedyGgrill will have to wait on results and see if he manages to squeak through. It has been some match. It's been dramatic, this. It's been a great watch. Kind of a shame I wasn't there at the time. And that is the results here. Stunning Melange takes it down for red. So here's confirmation of the results from the match then. And yeah, Elessar will make it through with the 12 victory points. Very solid game all around. Again, Helena in first position, not very well regarded, but you think those round 1, Piter de Vries, and managing to also get hold of the face dancer, very, very good. The shot taken at the Emperor with power play looked pretty speculative at the time, but actually managing to find the steal and rumble was pretty insane and proved decisive ultimately, managing to get him through here. TheGreedyGgrill will take one of the top 2 fastest loser spots though, with 11 and 7 spice. And I think will be fancying himself to make it through. There's still a handful of games to be played, however, so it's going to be a nervous week for him and Ozymandias, I believe it is, at this point. But we'll have to see. Jocke gets the 3-point spy satellites, but just too little too late, and Lynx... Oh, man. What a brutal round 7. Brutal times. So we have to go back and look at round 7 here. There's no doubt about this. So let's return to the spot we're at here before the smuggle move. So this is the situation right here. I mean... Oh, man, it seems so crazy, doesn't it, feel? But the thing is for Beast here is that if he's trying to, like, build up battle strength, he is better off just going to a city. Although smuggling does enable war chest for 4 swords, the problem is that you might as well just go to a city and just kind of put them in. I think you've got Carthag open. It's an extra entry. It could be anything you want. The thing is, though, Bene Gesserit's sister currently is those 2 swords on it are not usable. So because you're going to be using it for persuasion, because surely you're buying Spice Must Flow. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, like if you put in the if you go Carthag, it's 24 strength plus whatever intrigue you draw. The question is, if Beast goes Carthag and puts in those 2 troops, does Elessar actually even deploy? That is the question. That is the question. And I think the answer is potentially no. I could definitely see Elessar going maybe tech negotiation for training drones. I mean, ultimately went to the city to like reserve Maheim just to get it out of there. It's possible that Helena might have gone Carthag and chucked the troops in anyways. At this exact moment, she's got 6, 7, 10, 14. She's got 19 strength. So plus a city is 25 minimum. But again, if Beast goes to Carthag and puts in 4 more, it's plus 4 strength, 24. So if he has any sword power whatsoever, you are at best tying. And suddenly it's a lot more precarious a position. But unfortunately, at the moment Beast goes smuggling with maybe intentions of flagships or maybe some war chest hopes or something like that, the door's left over for Helena, and all of a sudden it's a free punt and she can just kind of go for it. And yeah, that's the problem. Like, you know, it seems crazy, but I think in a tournament situation like this, I don't think you can take stuff for granted. I think the problem for Beast is if you lose the combat, it's game over. Your tournament is done. You're never recovering. Even if you go to the city here and you overcommit and it turns out that, like, Helena had, like, I don't know, ambush and that's it, and then some, like, endgame cards or something like that, I don't think it's relevant. I think you lose the battle. That's it. You're done. It is over for your competition. You know, you go to Carthag, you win the battle, you get the Spices Flow. It's 9 points. Where your future points coming from, I don't necessarily know. Potentially, but I still think that that was not necessarily saying it was the wrong choice, but as it turned out, was at the end of his tournament, and that was really brutal to see. A little unlucky, perhaps. But yeah, what a brutal moment that was. But as it is, that will be the end of this video. So I do thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Yeah, really good game. Very close. A lot of drama in it for sure. Definitely some tricky decisions and a couple of unfortunate choices made. Elessar, I think probably the right person to go through. But yeah, the way that round 7 broke down, absolutely insane. Maybe in a different world, it doesn't happen. I don't actually know what the next intrigue would have been that Beast would have drawn. I mean, you can't be deterministic and say, oh, it was a sword card, he should have gone Carthag. You can't do that. But yeah, took the battle for granted, and I guess that's the lesson. Don't assume that you're going to win the combat, because crazy things happen, and we witnessed exactly that. Crazy. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you in the next conflict.